Hi there, Taurus. Welcome back to Star Lord's Tarot. I'm going to be doing your monthly read for the month of August. I went ahead and laid out the cards already in the Celtic Cross, so we're going to go ahead and see what kind of energies are around for you guys, okay? First off, we have the energies of the Six of Pentacles in the upright position, followed by the Four of Swords in the upright, Four of Wands in the upright position. And then we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position, the Empress upright, and the Hangman in the reverse position. And then we have Major Arcana, the Death in the reverse position, followed by the Ace of Cups, again, Taurus. And we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse position, followed then by Major Arcana, the Devil in the upright position, and the Two of Swords in the upright position. Ends off the read. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started interpreting this reading. You have a few Major Arcana in the read, 1, 2, 3, 4 Major Arcana in this reading. So there's some pretty intense energies around for Taurus for the month of August, it looks like. So, first off, we have the Six of Pentacles in the upright position as your overall energy. Well, the Six of Pentacles is a pretty good card as far as I'm concerned. This card speaks of reciprocity and generosity. So, and it's a very balanced card. And it's really good in terms of security and finances. So it's a good card to have overall. The Six of Pentacles basically speaks of give and take, where there's a lot of evenness happening, if that makes any sense. Where, you know, whatever we're giving out, we're getting back in the same proportion. So, and because it's Pentacles, it's generally on the material and tangible fronts. So it could be in terms of we're working at a job where we're getting well paid for our services that we do. It's equal. There's an equal balance there. It could be representing generosity if we should need help in that respect. Maybe there's someone around who can give us, you know, provide us what we need, or vice versa. So really good energies to have around, and it's being crossed by the Four of Wands in the upright position. The Four of Wands, beautiful card, beautiful energy. This speaks of basically a happy home life where we're feeling very secure and really good in our home situation, where people around us are cooperating with us, we're cooperating with them to bring a nice balance. It's a card that speaks of balance. You have two cards for the overall month of August. Looks like it's going to be somewhat of a balanced month for you guys. Wonderful energies to see the Four of Wands. And in your past position, you have the energies of the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. This is when we're letting go of feelings of restriction. Sometimes we can put ourselves in a mental prison with the thoughts that we have, and we can feel sort of restricted and bound. But when it's in the reverse position, maybe for a lot of you Tauruses, you're coming out of that feeling of restriction. This is your past energy, so this will have already happened. So that's really good to see. Now next we have in your recent past Major Arcana, the Empress in the upright position. It could be that some of you are dealing with this person, or it could be the Empress energies are you yourself, which is beautiful energies. This mainly speaks of compassion, caring. Again, it's a balanced energy. So it looks like for a lot of you Taurians, something may have happened recently that puts you in a really good place, where it allows you to be compassionate towards others, towards yourself. And if it's not you, like I said, it could be that you're dealing with these energies. And if you do have an Empress in your life, cherish this person, because they're really good to have in your corner, right? The Empress can sometimes speak of a mother, or maybe your child's mother. If you know, for any of you males, this could be your wife or your kid's mom. and or it could be just be representing a mother figure. So either way, it's really good energy to have around, whether it's coming from you or coming from elsewhere. Really nice to see, Taurus. And in your possible future, you have Major Arcana, the Hanged Man in the reverse position. Well, the Hanged Man, when he's upright, this is someone who's just sort of hanging around in suspense. He's just sort of looking at the world from a different perspective. When he's in the reverse position, however, it's like coming out of like we needed to look at something from a different point of view, and it looks like now we have. And this corresponds with the energy of your past, of the Eight of Cups being in, or the Eight of Swords being in the reverse position. This is speaking of, for some of you, perhaps you've released some old baggage, some excess baggage from the past, and now you're just looking at life from a different point of view. So that's really good to see again. Now you're crossing out of the energies of the Empress right into Major Arcana, Death in the reverse position. So, and now this is interesting in this reading because there's something that's amiss here in the month of August, because when the Death card is in the upright position, this means we're out with the old, in with the new kind of thing. It's the death of an old situation or how we did things, and we're doing things differently now. We have transformed. However, the card is in the reverse position, which indicates that in some area of your life, perhaps you have ceased to transform it, or cease to have this ending happening, this much needed ending happening. And once that happens, then the card will go into the upright position, which means you will then have completed your transformation. Right now the energy seems to be a little bit stuck for some reason. It could be due to holding on to maybe some energies or some aspects of our life that we really need to let go of in order to do the complete transformation. So we have now the energies of where you're coming from internally. This is your own internal energies, and this is where the Ace of Cups comes in. And like I have said in prior readings to you guys, the Ace of Cups has been following you guys more so than any other sign. So I think there's something major going on with Taurus this year in terms of maybe learning to come into your own emotions and accepting your emotions for what they are. This card can often even represent, and I think in the position that it's in, it definitely could represent love of self. Maybe some of you Tauruses have finally found a way to have full acceptance of self and self-love, which is definitely a major thing to come to, because if you can come to that situation, I mean, love will become all around you once you learn to fully accept and love yourself. So for some of you, this is what this energy is meaning, is that you're coming to that realization of the much needed self-love and self-care that has to happen for you guys. So that's really good. Now, and as your people and environment card, you have the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. Now this could be how people are seeing you, and the Queen of Swords, it is a court card. This court card generally corresponds to air signs, that of Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So it could be because this is how people are viewing you. Maybe they're viewing you kind of like the Queen of Swords in the reverse position, which is not the greatest energy, because when the Queen of Swords is upright, she cuts to the truth, and she cuts through all crap, and she basically knows how to communicate, and communicate really well. When the card is in the reverse position, however, it could be that people are seeing you, Taurus, as difficult to communicate with, because when she's in the reverse position, this can indicate someone who is difficult to communicate with, either because they're not speaking their truth, or because they're just not speaking at all. So it could be that some much needed information needs to come through in the month of August, and for some reason Taurus is just kind of clamming up and not bringing out the the vocal communication that needs to happen. And for some of you, maybe it could even be representing that people are finding you to be a little bit sharp-tongued when you do speak to them. Maybe you're being a little bit harsh. So those energies are around in the month of August for you guys. So the only suggestion I would have is just maybe be careful in how you speak to people, because that could cause a little bit of a problem. And now in your hopes and fears, you have the energies of the devil, major arcana, the devil in the upright position. Now, clearly to me, this is representing a fear, because the card can represent obsessions, compulsions, and even OCD behavior and all kinds of things like that. So it could be for some of you, perhaps you're fearing and you don't want to end up in a place where you've been before, where you're sort of like going back to prior habits that, you know, that didn't serve you well. And maybe you're a little bit afraid of, because the fact that you're not completing this transformation, because the energies are stuck for some reason. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you, it's just the circumstances which have stuck the situation. For others of you, it could be just you're needing to let go but reluctant to do so. And maybe you're just afraid of falling back into old patterns and obsessions and so forth. And your final card here is that the energies of the Two of Swords in the upright position. This mainly speaks of a need to make a decision. So it could be for some of you, maybe this is what the glitch is and the problem is here. Maybe you just really need to make a final decision on something, and you're really struggling with that or having trouble with that, because I have a feeling once you make that decision, that's what's going to help this transformation come to its completion. And maybe that has something to do with the Queen of Swords being in the reverse position. Maybe you're just not communicating the decision that you need to make, or some decisions you need to make, and you're not communicating them. So maybe it's because you just you can't find the right words to explain, to say, if it was somebody in a work situation and you need to you know, say leave that job, or you want to complain about a coworker or something like that, and you just can't find the words to do it. But you need to make a decision in some area of your life. It's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, it's a relationship situation. For others of you, work situation or home situation. And that's basically all I have for you for the month of August, Taurus. I hope this helped you, and if it did, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. And until next time, you guys, take good care. Okay, bye for now.